Hi everyone, today in this session we are going to discuss a very important chapter, that is circles. So what we do is, first of all we'll understand the concepts, the related terms of circles, and then after we'll go for exercise solving, right? So let's understand what is the circle and what are the important terms related to circle. Is it clear to everyone? Should we start? Okay. So let's start circles. See, I have written circles here, and then after we are starting with introduction, right? You may have come across many objects in daily life, right, which are round in shape. So you might have seen the round shape objects, like, see, round shape means like this, circular shape, round shape, right? So here we have given examples such as wheels of a vehicle. See, you might have seen wheels of vehicles, wangles. Here is the wangle. You can also give many examples related to daily life. You can say clocks of dial, or you can say coins of 50 paisa denominations, coins of 1 rupee denominations. You can see key ring. You can say buttons, coins of 5 rupee denominations, and so on. Right. So what is the circle? Circle is all the objects having a round shape. So the round shape objects are known as circular objects. Right? Okay. So coming to the next, see. Is it clear to everyone? What is the circular object? Means all the round shape objects are known as circular objects. So now we are discussing, see, circle and its related terms, right? So what are the terms related to the circle? Take a compass and fix a pencil in it, right? Here is the compass, and what we are doing, we are fixing a pencil in it, right? Put its pointed leg on a point on a sheet of paper. What we are doing, pointed leg we are putting here, see, and open the leg to the some distance, and what we are doing, just open it to some extent, right? Keeping the pointed leg on the same point, we don't have to shift this, right? This will be the fixed, this point is fixed, and just what we are doing, we are moving the other point, other leg. Rotate the other leg through one revolution. Just start from here and make the full revolution. So you'll get, if you'll try by your own, then you get a figure like this, right? So this is the fixed point, and this is the fixed distance, right? So what it is written, see here, the collection of all the points in a plane, the collection of all the points in a plane which are of which are at a fixed distance from a fixed point in the plane called a circle. So here these are the collection of all the points. See, here these are the collection of all the points which are at a fixed distance from fixed point, right? So which one is the fixed point? This is the fixed point, and these are the points which are at equal distance, right? So these are the at equal distance. See, so this path made by the moving points, or you can say moving hand, is known as circle, right? So this is circular path. And what is this fixed point? This fixed point is known as center. This fixed point is known as center. And what are these? These are the fixed distance. So this fixed distance is known as a radius. So what is the center? Center is the fixed point, and what is the radius? the moving hand, the distance from fixed point to circular path. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. Now see, a circle divides the plane on which it lies into three parts, right? So once we are drawing a circle, then it divides the plane. Suppose here it is a plane, so this plane is divided in three parts. These are the inside the circle, so it is known as, so you can write here, this is interior, right? So you can write here interior. So these are the interior points, interior, right? So one is inside the circle, which is also called interior of the circle. Other one is, this one is what? Circular, or simply you can say this is circle, right? And the other is, the third region is outside the circle. So these are the outside circle. So this is what, this is known as the exterior of the circle. So you can say here this is exterior. These are the exterior of the circle, right? These are exterior of the circle. So you can say a circle divides the plane on which it lies into three parts. One is interior, other one is circle, and other is outside the circle, known as exterior part. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. So coming to the next, what it is given is, see, here is interior, here is circle, and here is exterior, which I have written here. Okay. Now coming to the next, see, I hope up to this it is clear to everyone. So coming to the next, see what is given. The circle and its interior make up the circular region. What is the circular region? This is the circle and the interior. These are known as circular region, right? Okay. If you take 2 points P and Q on a circle, then the line segment PQ is called a chord of the circle. What is the chord? This is very important. Note it down. One important term is chord. What is chord? Chord means, see, on circle, if you are taking 2 points, this is a circle, right? This is a circle. If we are taking 2 points, suppose this is P, suppose this is P, and this is Q, right? And we are joining it, then we get a line segment PQ, right? So the line segment PQ is known as chord of a circle. Is it clear to everyone? What is a chord of circle? If we are taking any 2 points on a circle and we are joining with a straight line, then it will become a chord of a circle. See figure 10.5, right? So what is the figure 10.5? See here, I think this is a figure 10.5. What it is given? This is P, this is Q, and we are joining with a straight line, so it will be chord PQ. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. The chord which passes through the center of the circle is called a diameter of the circle. The chord which passes through the center, see, this chord see here, this chord PQ is not passing through the center. The chord which is passing through the center is, this is AOB, means AB is a chord passing through center, known as diameter of a circle. So what is diameter? Diameter is a chord passing through center of a circle. Is it clear to everyone? So diameter is also a chord, but the specialty is it passes through the center of a circle. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. As in the case of radius, the word diameter is also used in two senses, that is as a line segment and also in length. Do you find any other chord of the circle longer than a diameter? No. You see that diameter is the longest chord and all diameters have the same length, right? Which is equal to 2 times the radius. So you can see here, what is the diameter? Diameter is equal to 2 times the radius. I have denoted diameter by D and radius by R, right? Okay. So coming to the next. Now it is asking how many diameters does a circle have? You can draw like this. So you can draw like this. You can draw like this. So a circle can have infinite diameters. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. Now coming to the next. So see. A piece of paper between 2 points is called an arc. A piece of a circle between 2 points is called an arc. See. Suppose here it is a circle, and if we are taking 2 points P and Q, so these are called arc, right? So the piece of circle between 2 points is called arc. So this one is also arc, and if we take in lower one, so this will also become arc, right? So this one is also arc and this one is also a arc. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, very good. So a piece of circle between any 2 points is called arc, right? Okay. Look at the piece of the circle between 2 points P and Q in figure 10.6, right? You find that there are two pieces, one longer and other smaller. See here, this one is longer piece, this one is longer, and this one is smaller. So longer piece is known as major arc. So this one is known as major arc, and the smaller is known as the minor arc, right? So see here, the longer one is called the major arc PQ and the shorter one is called the minor arc PQ. The minor arc PQ is also denoted by PQ, right? So you can denote minor arc, this is PQ, like this. This is what, if you are writing like this, it means you have written minor arc PQ. Is it clear to everyone? And the major arc PQ by, if you want to write the major arc, see in this figure, see here, this is minor arc PQ and this one is major arc PRQ, is the major arc. So there are two types of arc. One is major arc, which is greater in length, and which is smaller in length, known as minor arc. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. Unless otherwise stated, arc PQ or PQ stands for minor arc, right? If anywhere it is written an arc, means we just have to think about minor arc. Is it clear to everyone? Means by convention is, if someone is writing PQ this, it means what? This is a minor arc. Okay. When P and Q are ends of diameter, then both are equal and each is called a semicircle. See here, see, this is quite obvious. Suppose this is a circle, right? These are the two ends of diameters. So this will also be equal diameter and this is also be equal. It divides into equal parts. So in that case, this arc will be what? Semicircle. So this one is also a semicircle and this one is also a semicircle. So in case of what? Diameter, the two arcs are the semicircles. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. Now coming to the next, the length of complete circle is called the circumference. So if we are talking about this is the complete circle, so the length of this complete circle is known as the circumference. You note all the points, all the important terms which are the circumference. What is the circumference? Circumference is the length of complete circle. Okay. So now we are coming to the next. Circumference is the length of complete circle. Now, the region between a chord and either of its arc is called a segment of the circle, or simply called segment of the circle, right? So see, this is a circle and what is given is, what is the segment? The region between a chord and either of its arc. See, what is a chord? Chord is this. And what is the arc? Arc is this. See. So this is the region, right? So this is the region. So this is known as segment. See, here it is a major arc. So this region is also known as the major segment. What we call it? A major segment, right? See, if this one is the major segment, so the lower one will be, so this lower one will be what? Minor segment. Minor segment, right? So a chord divides a circle into two regions. One is a major segment and other one is minor segment. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. So coming to the next, a chord divides a circle into two regions. One is in major segment and other one is minor segment. Okay. Like segment, you find the minor arc correspond to the minor sector and the major arc correspond to the major sector, right? See the sector. What is a sector? The region between an arc and the two radii. See, what is a sector? The region between an arc and the two radii. See, these are the arc, right? This is arc and these are the two radius. So this region is known as, these are the sectors. since this one is, so since this one is minor arc, so it is known as minor sector. Similarly, this region is made of major arc and two radii, so this one is known as, so this region you can say major sector. So this is major sector. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. So this is the minor sector and this is the major sector. When two arcs are equal, right? When the two arcs will be equal, then the what is given? When two arcs are equal, that is each is a semicircle, then both segment and both arcs become the same and each is known as a semicircular region. Very good. If two arcs are equal, right? So which we have already read. If two arcs are equal, then it becomes a semicircle and the region is semicircular region. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. So coming to the exercise. So all the concepts are clear, all the related terms what we have studied. One is circle, circular region. We have come across the center, then after we have come across a radius, diameter, sector, major sector, minor sector, segment, arc. All the concepts are very clear. Okay. So coming to the exercise part, see. We have exercise 10.1. Let's start. The center of the circle lies in, see, circle of the center, exterior or interior. See here, see this part is known as interior, right? So answer will be interior. Very good. So first is clear. Second one is a point whose diameter from the center of a circle is greater than its radius. See, suppose this is a point and this is the radius. So this point is longer than the radius. So the point lies, what is given, a point whose distance from the center of a circle is greater than its radius lies in, so this point is where? This point lies in exterior of the circle. So what is the answer? Very good, exterior of the circle. So these 2 points are clear to everyone. So coming to the third, the longest chord of a circle is dash of the circle. Which is the longest chord? What we have studied? The longest chord is diameter. So the answer will be diameter. So for third, answer is diameter. Longest chord is diameter of the circle. So all the three parts are clear to everyone? Okay. Fourth one is an arc is dash when its ends are the ends of diameter. An arc is a dash when its ends are the ends of diameter, right? So see, if this one is the ends of diameter, so this region becomes, so the arc becomes what? So these two arcs becomes the semicircle. So the answer will be semicircle. Semicircle. Right. So coming to the next part, up to fourth, everyone is clear about it. So fifth, segment of a circle is, what is a segment? Segment is the region between chord and arc of a circle, right? This is the major segment and this is the minor segment. So what is the region? Region between arc and chord of a circle. Segment of a circle is the region between the arc and chord of a circle. So here you can write chord. So for the fifth part, answer will be chord of the circle. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. So coming to the next, sixth part, right? A circle divides the plane on which it lies. What we studied? It divides the plane into three parts. One is interior, then circle, and the other one is outside, exterior. So here we write three parts. So for sixth, answer will be three parts. Right? Okay. So coming to the second question. Up to this everyone is clear now? So coming to the second, see. Second question is write true or false. We have to tell about true or false. Which statement is true and which one is false, right? See. First part is line segment joining the center. See here. Line segment joining the center to any point on the circle is or radius of the circle. Very good. We have already studied about it. So this is the correct statement. So this is true. Right. Second part is a circle has only finite number of equal chords. No. In a circle there can be infinite equal chords. Right. You can write infinite. So it is false. Up to this first and second part is clear. So coming to the third part, see. Now we are coming to the third part. What is that? If a circle is divided into three equal arcs, each arc is major arc. No. See, if this one is one arc, this one is one arc, and this one is one arc, right? So these three arcs are equal. So if the three arcs are equal, then we cannot say about if the arc will be of different length, then only it will be a major arc. Otherwise, if the all three arcs are equal, then we can't say about the major arc. So if what we say each arc is major arc, this is false, right? Major minor arc is only associated with once the length will be different, right? So if length is same, so it is not associated with major arc. These all arcs will be equal. So this is false. Is it clear to everyone? So coming to the next part, fourth part. See. Here the fourth part is a chord of a circle which is twice as long as radius. So chord which is twice as long as radius, what we call diameter, is a diameter of the circle. So it is true. So it is true. Fourth part. So we have already seen 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So coming to the next, fifth part. Sector is the region. What is the sector? Sector is the region between two chords. Sector is the region between two radius and an arc, right? So this is a sector. Sector is the region between the two. Sector is the region between the chord and its corresponding arc. No. Sector is the region between the two radius and its corresponding arc. So this is false. This is false. Now coming to the next. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it clear to everyone? So coming to the last part. See, a circle is a plane figure. Yes, we can draw a circle in a plane. So it is a plane figure, it is true. Right. So I hope the terms related to the circle and definition of circle is clear to everyone. So the next concepts, terms related to circle, more we study in the next video. Keep watching. Thank you all.